WUSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
All right, everybody, and here is your WUSA 9 weather webcast. Now, for today, this afternoon, we're still talking some patchy drizzle, potentially an isolated steadier shower, some gusty winds in the wake of a nor'easter that is actually really kind of blowing up the coast, up toward New England, New York, New Jersey. But on the backside, we're still getting some of those gusty winds up to about 15, 25 miles an hour. You may want to make sure that your wipers are a little extra clean. Probably not even going to need your rain gear, but you may want to pack it just in case, maybe an umbrella or a rain slicker. And I'd also download the WUSA 9 app, have that on your phone or your device so you can track any rain or drizzle along with us as you're on the go. So taking a look here at the Futurecast hour by hour into the afternoon. There you go. There's some of that green trying to work in from the north and east. Again, the worst of the weather well north and east of the DMV and really more so along the coast. But we'll still have that risk of a couple of spot showers here and there, and that's going to last all the way into early on Tuesday morning. Notice those diminish by lunchtime on Tuesday. And then look at this. Peaks of sunshine could break out by Tuesday afternoon. That would be nice, right? Temperatures getting up close to 70 degrees tomorrow, so we'll respond nicely to the sunshine coming back. The breezes, though, those are going to stay up the next several days, probably all the way through at least Wednesday or Thursday. So our peak wind gusts in the past, 12 hours or so, up to 51 miles an hour at Ocean City, about 40 miles an hour up in New Jersey to Atlantic City, and really it's been the coastal locales that have gotten it worst in those areas right near open water, like Patuxent River. We're at about 35 miles an hour. You work your way inland a little bit from that open water. We're at 26 miles an hour here in the district and 26 miles an hour at Dulles. But there have been some reports of some trees and limbs coming down, even some damage. So keep that in mind. Be aware that you may have to expect the unexpected as you're making the trip to wherever you're going for this afternoon. And actually the next couple of days as some of those breezes do remain up and some of those trees and limbs are a little bit weakened after some of the wind that we've seen. Also, coastal flooding has been an issue, but really more so right along the immediate eastern seaboard. Not so much working towards the district and toward our neck of the woods in the DMV, but the northern neck of Virginia, and then again as you get into the lower Potomac, we've had some issues, as well as the lower Chesapeake Bay. This is where we've got coastal flood advisories remaining in effect, and then the coastal flood warnings that are out toward Ocean City, all the way up to the New Jersey coastline. There's been some talk of this being perhaps as bad as Sandy in terms of the magnitude of coastal flooding. Now, the good news is that we have had some improvements in some of the flood protection barriers and the flood protection systems in place here all along New Jersey, New York, and up into New England. So it won't be quite as bad. High temperatures today, 61 here in the district, 64 at Manassas, 62 at Leesburg, 62 at Gaithersburg. These temperatures about 5 to 10 degrees below average for October standards, 61 at Joint Base Andrews and 63 at Fredericksburg. For tonight, we're at 55 in the district, 52 at Gaithersburg. Again, we'll still be kind of shrouded in clouds, so temperatures won't fall all that far, all that fast. But things will be changing later on this week as some cooler air moves in, and so does some clearing skies. Now, out in the tropics, this is pretty new as of this morning. Now, Tropical Storm Lorenzo has formed after a high chance of development during the weekend. This looks like it stays a tropical storm, may strengthen a little bit, but recurves back out towards the Azores over the next several days. There it is, looking rather large, but again, not seeing a whole lot in the way of huge organization with it. Allergy index for the day today. Trees, grasses, weeds running low, molds all running moderate. Look at your 10-day temperature trend. Well, we've got 61 today. That's the coolest of the next 10 days. We'll be at 71 for Tuesday, Wednesday 73, then back down to 67 on Thursday, 63 Friday, then low to mid 70s Saturday and Sunday. That looks good temperature-wise, and close to 70 well into next week. Next 24 hours. Really what you see is kind of what you get. Next 12 to 24 hours really going to be dealing with some clouds here and some showers, drizzle, and a stiff northerly wind as we head through the noontime hour all the way through 6 through 8, really all the way through tomorrow morning. I think it's kind of the same, with the best chance of drizzle and light rain going to be all the way through about midnight tonight. Still some patchy drizzle after midnight. We will be hanging in with the clouds as temperatures remain in that about 55 to 60 range. And then for tomorrow, finally by the afternoon, looks like the sunshine does break out, but limitedly so. High temperatures right around 71, 73 on Wednesday. Partly cloudy and breezy. Big cool down here Thursday and Friday. Could have a frosty morning not too far away from the Beltway Thursday into Friday. And then into this weekend, some spot showers coming by Sunday, but the coverage doesn't look too good. So that's good for outdoor plans. If you're going to be heading to the apple orchards or the pumpkin patch, temperature 70 to 75 both days. And if you're going to be going to Monday Night Football in person at Northwest Stadium tonight, 8:15 is our kickoff. And the Bears versus the Commanders. Game time, temperature is going to be close to 60, falling off into the 50s. An early shower, otherwise breezy. Maybe a sweatshirt, light jacket should do you okay. And I think a big Commanders win as well. Have a good one.